Hello friends, welcome back to another screencast of CodeOneDigest. In this video, we will cover the builder pattern. I'll show you the use case of this pattern, a code snippet to implement this pattern. At the end, we will also discuss the benefit of this pattern. Friends, we have already covered abstract factory pattern in the previous video. Can anyone explain the usage and benefit of abstract factory pattern? Can you reply in the comment section with your answers? If you have not seen the previous video, so please watch that video. I have provided the link in description section. Just to summarize, abstract factory pattern is the factory of factories to create object of similar type. Go check it out, the details in previous video. Okay, let's start with the builder pattern. Builder pattern is the construction of complex object using simple object. The builder pattern also separates the construction of the complex object from its representation, so that same construction process can be used to create another composition of objects. As we have seen, the main objective of builder pattern is to separate the construction process and representation of that object. Okay, let's discuss an example of email address book. In email address book, we save both user and user group information. And we would expect the display screen of the address book to change for user information and user group information. For user, display screen would show first name, last name, company, email address, and phone number. On the other end, for user group, display screen shows group name, user list, etc. Hence, for user info, you get one display screen, and for user group, you get other display screen. So the main objective is to separate the construction of object and its representation. If we are able to separate the construction and representation, we can get many representations from the same construction process. Okay, let's see another example of tea preparation showing on the screen. To understand what we meant by construction and representation, you can see from the figure that same preparation steps, we can get three representation of the tea. Tea without sugar, tea with sugar and milk, and tea without milk. The construction process is same, but the output is different representation. Now let's see a real example, how builder component separates the creation of complex object from its representation. Consider we have an application where we want same report in different formats, that is PDF or Excel. This figure shows the series of steps to achieve the same. Depending on the report type, a new report is created in a desired format, but the process remains the same. Now let's understand how builder pattern actually works and what all the important component it has. There are three main components in builder pattern. First is builder component. Builder component is responsible for defining the construction process for individual parts. Builder has individual process to initialize and configure the product. Next component is a director component. Director component takes those individual processes from the builder and defines the sequence to build the product. And the third one is the product component. Product component is the final object constructed from the builder and director coordination or collaborations. Don't worry, I'll show you an example with a code snippet and most of the things will get clear over there. I have prepared a code snippet for this pattern. Let's see that implementation and try to understand the pattern again. Let's use the abstract class house builder. Any subclass of the house builder will follow the same steps to build a house, as it will implement the same method in the subclass. Then we use the house director class to force these steps. The house client, that is a test class, orders to build two houses. One is wood house and one is brick house. Though these houses are of different types, that is wood and the brick, but they are built in the same way. The construction process allows different representation for that object that is constructed using the same process. So let me walk you through. We have house class. This is abstract class, and we have implemented class. That is brick house is implementation class who has extended the house abstract class, and it is overriding that method get representation. Similar way we have the wood house, which is extending abstract house class. Now we have a builder class. Again, that is abstract class. This is a builder class, and it is doing two operations. One is it is having a instance of house, and it has defined one method, that is create house. We have implementation class of that brick builder. In brick builder, it is overriding that create house method, and inside this method, it is initializing the house object of abstract class with a brick house because it is a brick builder. Now in a wood builder, it is exactly doing the same thing. It is initializing the house object with a wood house. Now we have defined the process. Now we'll use a director class. What this director class does is it uses the builder because builder is passed as a parameter to it. It uses the builder to create a house and return a house. That's all. We have also written a test class that is a client, we can say. So in this client class, we have defined first we have initialized a director. This director will be used to create those houses. Then we have defined house builder. We have created an instance of wood builder. We are passing this wood builder into a director method to create a wood house. Same way we have created a brick builder, and we are passing that brick builder in the same director method to get a brick house. So if you see the same construction process is being used, but we are getting two different types of object. This code will be shared as a part of this video. I'll share the URL of my GitHub project. You can download and play with the code. Okay, let's see where to use builder pattern. What is the use case of this builder pattern? Whenever we want an algorithm of creating the complex object should be independent of their parts, that time we can use builder pattern. Whenever the construction process must allow different representation of an object, that time we can use builder pattern. Whenever you want to insulate a client from the knowledge of actual creation process, that time we can use builder pattern. So what are the advantage we get from the builder pattern? What are the benefits we have from builder pattern? Code for construction is isolated from the code of representation, and both are easy to replace without affecting each other. And that's the biggest advantage. Builder pattern gives you control over the construction process. You can have a different construction process, and that is independent of your representation. So you can change your construction process anytime without impacting your representation. Builder pattern also gives you the possibility of reusing the process and products independently. Okay, let me summarize this video. We understood what is builder pattern. We saw multiple usage and examples of builder pattern. We also saw implementation of builder pattern. At the end, we also covered the usage and benefits of the builder pattern. Please let me know if you have used this pattern in your project or encountered a situation where this pattern can be useful. Please do reply in a comment section. In the next video, we will cover factory pattern. We will learn what is factory pattern. We will see the usage of factory pattern. We will also see an implementation of factory pattern. We will see the benefits and use cases of the factory pattern. So stay tuned for the next video and subscribe to this channel. Kindly like and share this video. This is very useful information for the beginner and software engineers. Please click on the bell icon and subscribe to this channel for more technology related videos. Thank you.